Country peeps, it's Amanda Haney here, and I am in the beautiful Wadsworth, Ohio. It's a nice, brisk Ohio fall day, and Julie has invited us to her Chilton, her Chicken Hilton coop. Looks like we've got a shed converted into a special coop, and I know we get a lot of questions. Can I use a shed as a chicken coop? What can I use? What's the best way? So here's another example of something that works for Julie, and she's going to walk us through and show us what's worked, what hasn't worked so great. So let's go take a look. Okay. And I love how this is all separated, and you've used the square wire, so that's pretty thick stuff. Do you get all kinds of predators in this area?
Because we're right on the edge of the woods. I've had problems with raccoons and possums.
Okay.
We've lost 4 or 5 to raccoons.
Okay.
They're after cat food for the most part, but if there's no cat food, they'll go after these guys.
Right. So I like how you've done a good job of really protecting them, and then of course you can close the doors at night. Yep. What's this big jug over here? How is this set up for your water?
Well, I was trying to set the chickens up so that I could be gone for a couple days, like over a weekend, and not worry about them having enough food and water. So the idea was, well, I need running water, and this is the best way to do it. I saw this on the YouTube where you take a 10-gallon igloo container and pull out the spigot and put in a pipe. This just a couple weeks ago we put in the valve because I had to replace one of the nipples and I had to shut the water off. So that was an afterthought. Put the valve in there so I could turn it off in case I have to do repairs.
Right.
So it's been working really good. Initially I tried to insulate it thinking, well, I can just run a heated line across it and keep the pipe from freezing. Didn't work because the chickens eat the insulation.
Yeah.
Even if you duct tape it, anywhere you didn't duct tape, they're eating the insulation, which is fine. Doesn't seem to bother them at all.
Yeah.
But
I lost a bunch of foam insulation that way.
Yeah, they love the foam insulation. So I said, okay, well that's not going to work, and I'd rather not run a wire or try to tape the wire. So basically what I do now to keep the water from freezing in the winter is using a electric heater, space heater.
Okay.
And I just keep it out here in the walkway, and as long as the building stays above freezing, I know the pipe's not going to freeze. I have had to replace that's leaking right now.
The nipple.
The nipples from time to time, either the valve, either the O-ring goes bad, or they peck at it enough that they actually can loosen it.
Okay.
Which I didn't know.
So something to check often.
Check them to make sure they're in there tight. So you can always talk us the water underneath. But the best thing I ever did when I did this was I put sheet vinyl flooring on the whole thing.
They have better flooring than I do in my house right now.
Well,
Pretty jealous.
Yeah, it was. I just bought a remnant piece from one of those guys on the corner, you know.
Yeah.
But the whole floor is covered with the same piece. And what I would have done differently was run it up the walls a couple inches.
Oh yeah, easy scrubbing. That's a good idea.
Again, to keep stuff from seeping between the walls. Yeah. So wrap it up just a little bit enough.
Make like a lip.
Yeah.
But it didn't have windows and it didn't have flaps, obviously. So we bought the windows. They were cheap to put in. I had the leftover lawn. It's all insulated behind the lawn. And you put the windows in. I just closed them the other day because it's getting too cold. Then as far as the food, the pipe runs all the way around back here to the corner because I got 4 separate cages.
I'll let you go first.
And everybody's got water. Everybody's got boxes. I saw these egg boxes, nest boxes on the internet too.
Oh yeah, they're fancy schmancy.
They're cat litter buckets.
I love it.
But frankly, the laundry detergent buckets are just a shade bit bigger, and they like them better.
Okay.
But I put a piece of pipe across the edge so it wouldn't cut their feet. I'll tell you what, I couldn't live without zip ties.
Yeah.
I use zip ties for so many things, it's ridiculous.
And you'll see they're sharing a nest box over here. We get this question. How many nest boxes do you need for your flock? You'll find this a lot. They all want the same one. So we've got 2 in the box right now. I do have a question about the nipple waterers. I know we get a lot of questions like, how do you get the chickens to start using them? Do you have to train them?
Okay, when they're babies, I usually give them this when they're in there's my egg box there, but I've noticed one of the things you can do with these, which I don't know anybody does, put it in the end, that way you can flip them upside down and suspend them inside.
What a
them.
fantastic idea.
So they start learning how to drink water when they're in here.
Oh my goodness.
And I have a bunch of them that are upside
down. So you just suspend it or tie it up? Is that how you do it?
What I've done is just drilled a hole in a piece of wood and just put it on drop it through the hole.
Yeah.
So, and I've done the big ones too. This one here you can see. These guys,
I've never seen that before.
So yeah, because they'll suspend upside down and then when you're ready to flip them over, flip it over.
Wow.
And this is big enough to.
So did you use like a glue, or how did you?
I use silicone glue, follow the directions, and then just use silicone glue to seal it off. But you could do a purpose.
Yeah.
You know, and then, like I said, for this one, it has a piece of wood with a hole drill in it. And when they're little, you want to make sure it goes down farther. But older they get, the taller they get, you want to
just raise it up.
Raise it up.
Yeah.
With stuff on the outside of the box so that it goes higher and higher. But
So start them young. That's the key.
yeah, and then they know exactly what to do.
Awesome.
So it's worked really well. I haven't regretted that one at all. That was a really good idea. I also put their food in these. Saw
The
somebody
PVC
making these.
feeders.
These hold about 7 pounds a piece, and the only thing you need to do is every once in a while you got to bang them to make sure the stuff comes down. But other than that, they're pretty much. I could leave for a couple days. I have a camera set up over there so I can watch them.
Oh, private eye.
Yep. Which, you know, sometimes I just like I need a break.
You just
chickens
watch
are
your
my
chickens.
catharsis thing.
Yeah. Do you find that it's easier to use crumble or pellet with the PVC feeders, or did it matter to you?
I think my fear was that the crumble would go right on through. I've
Right.
always used the pellet because it's less messy.
Uh-huh.
And once they hit them, they can knock them and they'll just come rushing out the end. So
Yeah.
I think now that the crumble would work all that good.
Yeah, we use the PVC feeders and found that the pellets work better all around. You could use a crumble, but like she mentioned, it's going to be a little messy. And I do like your perches. I mean, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money to make a great space for your chickens. I mean, you've used natural branches, give them a good feel of the outdoors. And in regards to the shed too, you know, most sheds do not come with windows, and it's very important to have that airflow in your coop, because when that ammonia builds up, then you get respiratory issues for yourself and your flock. So it's great that you added these windows, and then you have the square wire on the outside as well.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way too.
Yeah, we're always
Pull
learning,
the
right?
Screens out. We don't use regular screens at all because they go right through. Just like screw nail them to the outside of the home.
Yeah.
They've all got it. My brother's like, you're not going to get up on top of that. I'm like, I don't trust them.
Yeah, it's always good just to have that double layer, extra hard for them to get in.
So, and even this, he's like, no, just use chicken wire. It's not sturdy enough. I want to hang perches from it.
Yeah.
No, this is.
And I do like that you have a storage area up here for all your extra stuff, so making good use of that space.
They have a timer. These are those LED lights from.
Uh-huh.
And they're both on a timer, so the timer it clicks on and clicks off.
So
I
you
don't have
supplement your light when you have all those gray days,
Yeah.
especially coming up
They
there
have
in winter.
country music they listen to.
Oh, country music. Do you find that they lay more with the music?
I don't know. When I watch it from my camera and I listen to the music and look at the chicken.
Oh, so if you need some therapy, just set up a camera, put some music on, and watch your chickens.
Yeah.
And real quick, before we go any further, can you tell us what got you into chickens? I know, like myself, you're from California.
Well, I've lived there for a while. But
Yeah.
I'm actually from the area.
Okay.
Well, when my little kids went to daycare, the kindergarten curriculum at the daycare was they hatch chicks in May, April and May. They use the incubator. And when they hatch, they have no idea what they're going to do with them. Once they've hatched, so they asked me would I take them. So my first bunch of 5 or 6, I had 6, 3 roosters and 3 hens. I took them and started them up front in my other shed. And from then it was, even this year they called and said, okay, well, this woman went on vacation. She comes back and says, these chicks are still here. And I said, yeah. Well, I thought you were coming to get them. And I said, no, I have plenty of chickens. I don't need any more chickens. We'll give you anything you want. What do you want? Anything you want. I said, I got 1 week's worth of free daycare then. Done.
Wow.
Okay. So that's how I ended up with the 5 up front, 6 up front.
A week of daycare and eggs. I mean, that's a pretty good barter right
Well, now
there.
I'm at the point where I'm getting about, I'm getting about probably 10 to 12 a day now. So.
And how many chickens in all?
I don't know what you're gonna get. I have 32 right now.
And that includes a few roosters, right?
Unfortunately, yeah, I've got 3 out here and 3 up front. I think so. I'm up to 6.
Yeah.
So I've been, a friend of mine told me that she keeps all of her roosters in one area and all of her hens in another, and then the roosters don't fight because they're not fighting over the hens. I don't know whether
You
that's
can
true or
get
not.
lucky. We know people that do that, but it is a risk. I mean, you never know the temperament of the rooster. Well, look
What do
at,
you
she
do?
wants to be famous. Do they have names?
Some do.
Or are they all
but no,
workers?
there's so many.
Yeah. Look at that big
Okay,
old.
that was-
She decided to get her own.
Yeah, the other thing I discovered was this stuff.
Oh yes, I was
It's
going to
just
say.
it's a doormat. I cut it up and just use it. It's the best thing from the bottom of the egg boxes ever because they like scratching in it. It feels like
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
actually accomplishing something. But the eggs never break.
Yeah.
They never break.
And we do sell the nest pads in this
very similar,
material
yeah.
and in the turf material. I use the turf ones.
Yeah.
It's great because you just spray them off or shake them off and clean them out real
It's
easy.
just a doormat I cut up into pieces.
Yeah.
Look, okay, see, look.
Oh.
Don't hit me, look. No, somebody laid this.
That's a beautiful egg.
Okay, but that's not.
And notice it's smaller, so she has a few younger hens that are starting to lay, so it's not the full egg size yet.
Looks like a cuckoo Moran's egg, honestly.
Oh, okay, but nobody was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Before, nobody was in here.
And I'm sure those of you at home watching have a few eggs you're getting. You just don't quite know who they're coming from. The mystery. It's a great task for kids. If they ever get in trouble, you are to stay in the chicken coop until you figure out who's laying this egg.
Another thing you can do is literally isolate your hens, like put one in a pen by itself, and
Or a
just
dog crate.
or a dog crate, and just see what they lay.
I'm gonna stick her. I think it's her. You're telling me it isn't, but okay.
You never know.
These are the only two that have been up here.
You just never know sometimes. You get the typical egg color for the breed, but then you have the exception to the rule occasionally as well.
Well, I don't know. I thought the one that you're now telling me is blue lace.
Oh, yeah, let's go check out your chicken yard. You've got some beautiful birds out here.
Come on, silly chick.
And I see you have the lower fence. Do you ever clip wings or you just let them hop over if they want to?
I did put chicken wire on the inside just to try to keep them in, but like I said, the older chickens know there's cat food around, so they'll jump over the fence just to go get the cat food. I do lock them in every night, and I even they go in and I shut their gates. They all know where to go.
Yeah, they
So I
learn
go in and
where
lock their
home
doors
is.
shut because I don't trust the raccoons at all.
Yeah. And I
use
do
the
like how
carabiner.
you filled in the gap underneath, so there's really no way for them to come in.
There's 12-inch square cement pavers down underneath.
Okay.
Because I don't want them digging underneath.
Yeah. And this is great in the winter, especially if you have those. I know some chickens don't mind snow and rain, but I have some prissy chickens in my flock that if there's snow on the ground, they're like, no, I don't want to get my feet cold. This is nice. It's protected, so they can still come outside and be protected from the weather.
I've never let anybody out in the yard before in the winter. This will be the first winter, and I don't. My concern is hawks.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're going to see them. But I usually let them out of here.
And those roosters, they do a really good job of warning the flock if there is a hawk around or an owl or any kind of predator. They're typically the first to be caught by the predator because they're too busy taking care of the flock.
Protecting.
So that's a benefit to having a rooster around as well.
They also eat last too. I noticed. They call everybody.
Ladies
to come and
first.
sneak. Yeah. Like I usually take a big when it's hot, I get a big watermelon and just pitch it in the air and it hits the ground, explodes, and then he screams and they all come running. They have to pay $300,000 for a government program to figure out which chickens have it.
Okay.
Watermelon.
A watermelon.
Makes chickens
Simple
very
as that.
happy. Yeah.
And you've got gentlemen roosters, ladies first. And I do, what's in the, I know we have a pool of water, but I do see something else in the other.
Sand in the other one for grit.
Sand for grit and maybe dust baiting. Do they have a dust bait in there? Yeah.
They like to, I don't know, they'll dust bathe in there. They like to dust bathe in there. I usually I have diatomaceous earth, I'll pitch a bunch of that.
There's
in
your
just-
penises.
Penadestinka.
That one
Penadestinka.
is?
That is, and that's probably laying your dark egg.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And
She's
check-
a new one. She just got here.
Well, she's doing her job very well then. And it's a smaller egg, so it makes
And-
sense.
Okay, so this is what
This
is
is a blue lace red Wyandotte.
Okay.
Check out those colors. She is absolutely stunning.
She's huge and she weighs a pound too.
She's gorgeous.
And he's a blue lace. He's supposed to be a blue lace.
Yep.
No, yes.
He's the black version of the blue lace red Wyandotte. Because those blue genetics don't breed true. So you can get black, blue, or splashed. So it's kind of a fun mystery what you'll end up with.
So some of those chicks could be.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
Okay. Oh, geez.
Yeah, she had some eggs from different birds in her flock that she hatched. So she's got some mixed breed, or what we like to call barnyard mix poultry in the coop as well. And they're just stunning birds. It's kind of fun to see the combinations and the colors. And do you have a purpose for the owl on the fence line?
Well, because I know there's hawks out here. I see them all the time. And I hear them too. So we've got a big dead tree. Scare off.
You know, we have a couple hanging in our barn. We find that they help reduce the amount of wild birds that fly into our barn. So I don't know if it works completely. We still get some wild birds.
Chicken jungle gym over there.
Oh yeah, we've got playground.
Yep. Well, my white Brahma, I think she broke her toe or something was wrong with her foot, and she was limping, and she just was not a happy chicken. And I put a piece of cardboard and taped it on, and just to try to help her get back on her foot. And obviously she sat up there like most of the summer to keep the other birds away, and it must have worked because she's not limping too bad. And
Well, it's always good to have different things for your chickens to do in the yard. Boredom busters are what we like to call them.
Just get the cups too.
Oh, yes, we've got a waterer out here with the poultry drinking cups.
They think the nipples work better than the cups. They do use them. I've noticed a couple of Easter eggers using them.
And it might be they prefer the nipples because that's what they mostly use inside.
It's easy.
Yeah.
The water comes out a whole lot better.
But do you find they waste a whole lot less because they're confined to just that one thing for
Doesn't
water?
leak. They don't leak.
They don't
The
leak.
nipples can leak really easy.
Okay, so the cups don't leak, but the nipples can loosen
And I
and
have
leak.
tried. I gotta tell you, I've tried all kinds of stuff because it's.
And you'll keep trying because there's
once
no
you start
perfect
doing
setup.
this, it's like, okay, well, let's give this a shot.
So what do you use the stand for in the middle?
I have another upside down water
Okay.
that has 4 nipples on the bottom, and I was using it. It's too short now because the bucket is down too low, so I have to reconfigure it to make the legs longer, get it up higher than they can get the water on the
Okay.
bottom. But as long as they're using they love the little pond.
Yeah.
They'd rather have it out of there than anywhere else. They'll drink out of the nipples if they have to, but they'll run out here first thing in the morning and go drink out of that. I think they just prefer drinking out of
I love it.
loose water.
I just absolutely love your setup. They definitely look like happy hens. And I think your story is hilarious how you just ended up with chickens by default.
Well, in the spring, my brother, he's got 8 kids, he decided, I like the kids to watch the little chicks grow up. I said, then you dang well better get hens because I am not taking a bunch of roosters. So if you're going to go get them, make sure they're hens.
Yeah.
So he went and bought the push up by 6. So he ended up with 6.
But Meyer hatchery's minimum is 3.
Which is great. 3 is perfect amount.
Yeah, and you can mix and match, and you can choose sex chicks. Our bantams are straight run, and then in the cooler months, December through March, our minimum does raise till 8 to ship. But that's just because we want more body heat.
But if you're picking up, you can order
yeah.
just one.
No minimum on pickup. So if you're local to Ohio, we even have some families that drive in from Michigan, Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York. It's a fun drive. Amish country, can't beat that.
Well, when I picked up my, I wish I still had them now. But I picked up I only bought the Frizzle Coach, the little black guy. And I thought, well, you can't just take one. He was supposed to come in February with the other ones, but we didn't have him until September.
Yeah.
That I don't know. So when I went in to pick him up, I felt sorry for him. And then you had that big bin full of dollar chicks.
Oh, bin chicks, guys. It's
my God.
dangerous.
Well, I picked up this one that had a goofy looking head. He turned out to be a Polish crested, orange Polish. God, he was the most gorgeous bird I've ever seen. And I felt sorry for him because he was up in front of me. So I'll have to show you this little bitty shed that I started with. But somebody needed a rooster to protect 30 hens, and so I gave him. But this rooster would have won all the county fairs. We go to all the county fairs locally. And I know he would have won best of show in any of the fairs.
Just
He's
stunning.
beautiful. Just
Yeah.
beautiful.
So if you had to say what your favorite breed is so far, what would you pick?
Breed, they're different.
They're all different. If you could only have one kind of chicken, what would it be?
I probably would get the silkies.
Yeah.
The little silkies, because they're so cute. They look like little stuffed animals. They're just adorable.
And you find they do okay in Northeast Ohio because we do get some pretty harsh winter weather.
Well, because I keep them warm too. These guys are heated up here too. I worry about the heat more than I worry about the cold because I lost one to heat stroke last year. That's all that could have been was heat stroke. She just up and died. It was like 95, 96 degrees, and she just up and died, and there was no reason for that. It had to be that.
Because they don't have normal feathers, they can't regulate their body temperature like a normal chicken can. So,
if you do wanna
any
raise those
extremes.
breeds that are not typically heat hardy or cold hardy, if you adjust your setup, it's
Yeah.
totally possible to raise them in the extreme temperatures.
I took my little, it was 96, I think, 2 days this summer. It was a bad weekend, hot weekend. I took the little gray one down in the basement for 2 days in a dog crate just because I didn't want her to fall
She went to the spa for a couple
She did.
days.
She went to the spa. So we lost three to raccoons this summer. One was I think she was an Orpington too, but she got that water belly thing. So we lost her to that, which I never even heard of before. That was sad. But apparently it's not contagious, thankfully.
Right.
So we lost that one to that, and then I had a wreck. I'll have to show you the shed up front. That I would never recommend anybody buy one of these. I don't think you get a set. They're little sheds that you can buy from like Tractor Supply, or they're little kits that you put together. Well, this raccoon pulled the wood apart and got into the shed and killed a big Easter egg rooster that had talons easily 2 inches long. And if he'd had more space, he probably could have defended himself. But he had no room, and I mean, it pulled the wood out. It didn't even they're just.
Those coops are ideal for like backyard city chickens where you really don't have any predators you're dealing with. Otherwise, unless you hot wire around it, it is not safe with the predators.
They're not, and I had wrapped the fence around the bottom so nobody could dig in underneath. But they're so flimsy. They're just not. That guy just ripped that thing right off there and went into the hole and killed him. That was pretty brutal to find that.
That's hard to take, especially when you're waking up. It's a beautiful morning and you walk out, and that's just devastating.
Well, the night that the raccoon took my little mill, whatever his name is,
Mill floor.
him and a little black silky. It was about 6 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't hear him coming. I'm like, oh my God, I think I forgot to shut the gate. And at 6 o'clock in the morning, I run out here and the gate's open. I'm like, oh no! And he snagged about 7 feathers.
See,
So,
mother's intuition kicks in even with poultry. I get that gut feeling. I've ran out to the coop I've forgotten to close it in the middle of the night several times, and thankfully I've caught anything from happening so far. But yeah, I've definitely done that. Run out to the barn with your robe on and slippers to save the chickens.
Did we want to check out that other coop real quick?
Okay, so this is what she has now. This is the upgrade, the Chilton. But let's see where you started. Fancy boardwalk here. Yeah, you don't have to have bunks to go to your coop.
We keep chicken lettuce around all the time.
Oh yeah, chicken lettuce.
No idea that chickens love it.
Oh, they like anything that's green.
Started out with just a regular old shed.
Okay, another shed convert.
And because it had a workbench in it, I thought, well, what the heck? I don't have a bunch of tools. I got a tool shed in the garage, so I just fenced off underneath the workbench. So there's some nest boxes over here on the right side, and they're just underneath down there. We cut a hole in the door, in the wall, so they can come in and out. I put the dog kennel on the outside.
And then you said something earlier about, I know the dog kennel is the chain link fence. What did you not like about, what didn't work about that? Like,
Chain link fence, raccoons can reach right through the chain link fence and try to pull your chicken through the fence. So even if the chicken doesn't get killed, he's going to get damaged really bad.
yeah.
So these are just, like I said, 4x4 corrugated plastic yard signs that I just cut a hole in and put the plastic on so they can still get light and stuff. But it cuts off the wind. They still get enough light, and it's
And you're repurposing, I like that. Put a roof over it and everybody's happy. And now that you've grown so much, you have all these chickens, it's good because you have a place to separate. Because if you integrated all of them in together, you would probably have some pecking order issues.
apparently, yeah, unbeknownst to me that they're very tribal, and the ones, these are the ones that I got in February because they don't mix with the ones that I got in September.
Yeah.
They're very tribal. They don't like each other unless you give them a long chance to get to know each other. I have that red and white cage in there. I was sitting out here for the longest time next to those guys so they get to know each other. So
Yeah.
then I can eventually, slipping them in at night when they're not looking doesn't really work.
No.
They really need to know each other long
Some
enough.
people have gotten lucky with that method. But yeah, if you've ever thought about adding chickens to your flock or maybe some started pullets, it's completely possible. But it's something you really do need to keep them separate for an extended period of time. Ideally, a place where they can see each other but not touch each other. And it could take like 2 weeks to a couple of months. It just depends on their temperament and personality. But you definitely don't want to just take birds from another area and dump them in with your existing flock, not only for safety reasons, but also for medical and health reasons. You don't know if they're carriers or if they're bringing in some respiratory illness from traveling or what they're bringing in from the other farm. So if you have them separated for 2 weeks to a month, you can kind of see if your birds you brought in are healthy and are okay to be integrating into your flock. So something good to keep in mind.
Yeah, you don't, and because I get them dropped in on me like all different times of the year and different.
Yeah, so you need different centers, chicken centers.
The 3 little cages back there against the back of the building, and that red cage there, because, and this is the cage that I had the one rooster in that, you can see where he pulled the top right off up there.
Oh yeah.
Went right in through that hole.
Yeah, so if you're
But I
raising
trapped him and
chickens,
he's
make
gone
sure
now.
if you have predators, if you've heard of people having predator issues in your area, make sure you lock your birds in tight. Use the square wire, use some hardy wood. Double door system, have doors on the inside where they have to go through 2 doors to get in. Definitely make it a little bit like chicken Fort Knox to protect your flock.
I usually try to beeline home much before after dusk, get home before dusk. So that,
Everybody's in at night.
Well, when that got broken into, I wanted to catch the raccoon, so I set a camera up out here and sat laid up in bed and watched him on my phone and saw him come right out and get trapped. Yes, I'll get you tomorrow. But you see them come out and go cruising around here. They're
Yeah, cameras are great for that. Trail cameras, those are all good for catching to see, looking to see what kind of predator you're dealing with so that you know how to safely exit it from your property.
We've had weasels too, so I don't know how bad weasels are because the cat usually gets them before they can do any damage. But
Oh, hey, you got some livestock guardian cats.
the cats have been amazing. So
Awesome.
they do a really good job of cleaning up. But I was surprised about the weasel. I'd never even seen
You
one.
just never know. I guess you're just not immune or exempt from anything. You just have to be prepared for the worst. Well, Julie, thank you so much for inviting us to the Chilton and on this brisk fall day. It was so nice. You have some great setup, and I've got some ideas to take home for myself. And hope you guys learned a lot. If you have an awesome coop at home, be sure to fill out our Coop tour request form. We'll get that linked for you, or send us an email with some photos. We'd love to see it. Always looking for a fun drive and a fun tour. So I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed your tour.